What's one big crazy thing that you want to accomplish this year in business?
Yeah, so my publicly stated goal for my Amazon business is to do 20 million in sales using other people's
Wow.
stores.
What's up, Wealthy Nation? Welcome to the Your Wealthy Journey Show. It's the place where I interview successful entrepreneurs weekly on their business success journey. And today our guest is Rob Schad. And who is Rob? Rob is the founder of Breakthrough Amazon, and he's a 20-year-old dropout who turned his college fund into a six-figure business. And currently he's a digital nomad traveling the world, and he's working from his laptop. Rob, how are you doing today, man?
I'm doing great, Joseph. Thanks for an awesome intro.
Awesome, no problem, man. And we've heard it from my side who you are, but now we want to hear it from your side. Who is Rob and what do you do?
Yes, Rob, essentially, like you said, college dropout. I had everything lined up. Baseball scholarship, academic scholarship, spot on the baseball team. I was really good in school. And you know what? I said, I can do this on my own. I don't need professors to tell me how to run a business. And that was the start of it. And towards the end of high school, I was researching the whole like how to sell an Amazon game, and it really clung. I really, really liked the idea of it. I really clung on to the idea and got obsessed with it, started learning it. And 2 days after I graduated, I'm like, you know what? I can do this. I went to Alibaba. I made the order for my first set of inventory. And since then, been building up that business, which I'm currently exiting at the moment. And I have a couple new projects with a new brand I'm launching, a consulting business for Amazon as well.
Okay, and like when you decided to like drop out of college, what did your parents or family think about it?
Yeah, that's I get that question asked all the time, and it's an awesome question. My dad was very supportive because he actually has his own business, so I've been working in my dad's business my whole life. So he was actually very very on the pushing me to not go to college. My mom, on the other hand, much more conservative, and she was a little worried. I had to make an agreement with her that if things didn't work out, I would have to go to school and. Yeah, so basically I had to put an agreement together with her that if I screwed my time around and I wasn't being productive, I would have to go to college.
Okay, and how long are you doing this business right now?
Just about going on 2 years.
2 years. And what was, let's say, one of your biggest struggle in the first year of your business? Because we know we have the ups and we have the downs. What was your biggest
Mhm.
struggle?
Yeah, for me, my biggest struggle was it was a lot just on like the logistics and shipping. Like that was like one of the
Mhm.
biggest things for me. Like finding good products and selling them wasn't hard.
Okay.
It was just like literally getting them from China to America and getting like stabbed in the back by a couple freight forwarders. That was my biggest mistake. I ran out of inventory a couple times, which then cost me money to go relaunch. I've overpaid multiple times, and yeah, it was just the shipping and logistical side of things that I never did before, and
Mhm.
it caused some issues for me starting out. But it's something that I dedicated, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go learn about this. I'm gonna go be much more knowledgeable,
Mhm.
so I won't let that happen.
Okay, and in this business that you're in, right? What is one of the biggest mistakes that you see people make with the Amazon with the shipping business? What's the biggest mistake you see people make in it?
Yeah, in the Amazon business in general, it's just like choosing a bad product. If you choose a crappy product to begin with, you're destined to fail from the start. So
Okay.
that's something that I really focus on is finding the right product that's going to sell well. The competition isn't too high, and I know I can market it and everything like that.
Okay, and for someone to succeed in with Amazon, okay, you said it already. You need to get the right product. You have to have your stock. And what are maybe one or two other things that people can do to succeed in this business of yours?
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously pick the right product. Then it's really focusing on product cost, making sure all your numbers are right. Then the SEO side of it, so making sure and pushing your listing up to the top and launching the product, building an audience behind it, so you have a great launch on Amazon.
Okay. And to build your audience, right? How much time do you think that it could take to build your audience to get a product? Because we know getting clients is very important in a business. So
Yep.
yeah, would you suggest building the client, the
Yes.
audience?
So this is more on the physical product side, not my current business. So like it's right now with the agency, it's getting clients, and I actually met. It was it's funny because like my first 5 people I'm working with was all from one connection I made out on a LA street fair. So it was literally just I'm like, hey, their product would do well on Amazon. Went out there and I started talking to the owner, and that's pretty much what started it. But for the physical product side, building an audience, that's social media, that's building an email list, using Facebook ads, your typical ways to market and build up a following.
Okay, awesome. And another question is, what's the best book you've read so far that has helped you become the person who you have become right now?
Yeah, I read a lot of books. One of the best ones was uh, Tim Ferriss' Tools of Titans, just because it had so much information in it. It was it was very I would call it broad, but then again, you were able to go and everyone in there was giving book recommendations. So I found some awesome books out of there. And from that, I found the book Sapiens by
Okay.
Yuval Noah Harari. That was an amazing book, completely helped shift my mindset in a couple different ways. And yeah, that's the one book I recommend.
Okay. And are you 100% satisfied of where you are today, or do you think that you can go to a next level in business and personally?
Yeah, I would say I'm never satisfied. I'm I am satisfied, but I'm not. So like I know that I've achieved a good amount for my age. I know that I've done a lot for my age. So like I realize that okay, great, this is all good. But then I also know I can do so much more. So it's
Mhm.
not it's a balance of like not freaking myself out that I haven't done enough, but also reminding myself that yeah, Rob, you've like actually accomplished a lot, and realizing that.
Okay. And what's one big crazy thing that you want to accomplish this year in business?
Yeah, so my publicly stated goal for my Amazon business is to do 20 million in sales using other people's
Wow.
stores. So that's the goal I'm shooting for. I want to hit it at the very least. I want to be on track, like be able to be like, look, I did 3 million this month, so I'm on track to hit 20 million for the next year. So my goal is 20 million, but at the very least, I want to be on track to be at essentially the recurring revenue to be 20 million a year.
Okay. And talking about that big amount of money, what does wealth mean to you?
Um, the ability to go and do whatever you want, the ability to go start whatever you want. Essentially, like the way I look at it is the more capital I have available, the bigger and more audacious things I can go run after. To me, it's not like the cars, it's not the planes, it's not the houses. It's what can I go and what can I go build with the money that's in my bank account.
Okay. And what's one thing that you do every day, like to
Mhm.
a habit that contributes to this success of yours? Because you're on track to do 20 million this year in sales. And what is one thing that you think you can do every day to achieve this?
Journaling, 100%. I love to journal. I love to, write my thoughts down, put them down on paper. It lets me clear my mind every morning and have like a fresh start without because like sometimes you wake up and you're freaking out inside. You have all these like fears and stuff like that, and you put it down on paper. You read over it, and you're like, wait, that isn't that big of a deal. Just use your alter ego to basically look and be like, yo, what I'm working on isn't that big of a deal.
Okay. And who is your number one role model in business?
I love Elon Musk.
Wow.
Just straight
Okay.
up, Elon Musk is that. If there's someone in the entrepreneur space, I'm like I want to be, that would be
So you're the next Elon Musk, maybe.
him. Yeah, yeah, totally.
Okay, awesome, man. I'm looking forward for maybe another space ship building. Uh,
Hey, Mars is nothing. I got to go after Jupiter, right?
yeah, awesome. And do you take time off for business? And how often, or if you don't take, why not do you not take time off for business?
I wouldn't call it like structured time.
Okay.
I mean, I'm living like the nomad lifestyle right now, so
Mhm.
it's basically like living slash having a good time. But it's like if I want to being in a new city, it's like hey, if I want to go do stuff, there's a million new things I can do. So my life is kind of like a living vacation because I'm in somewhere new. I'm in a new culture, new food, new environment all the time.
Okay, for our listeners or those that are watching this video, explain to them what a digital nomad is.
Yeah. So at a base level, digital nomad means you're not like constrained to a certain location. Basically, you can pick your laptop up, work from wherever, and be able to just jump around and yeah, just not be constrained to a singular location.
Yeah, I guess a lot of people would love to live that kind of lifestyle, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay, here's a tricky question. You only have 15 seconds to think about or to give an answer.
Okay.
Okay, picture this. Someone holds a gun to your head, and if instead of asking you for your money, they said, "Give me $1 million idea, and I will let you go." What is the first idea that comes to your mind?
Oh, okay. So I would go and build some type of. I would tell them to go build some type of subscription service, around maybe shoes or games, like or even family. You know what? A subscription service around family time. So basically, have a monthly subscription that you send out and you target towards families, and it either has like games, cards, puzzles, stuff like that, and embrace the whole like getting your family together.
Wow, that is quickly taken. Okay,
I might have went over 15 seconds there, but
yeah. Well, I think you give that person a very good
yeah.
idea. Yeah. And what would you advise millennials to do to turn their business ideas into a business reality?
So first off, I'm actually not a millennial. How
Okay.
funny is that? I'm a Gen Z, or no, I'm
Okay.
wait, Gen Z, right? Yeah, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
actually technically below a millennial, but it's actually just go out there and do it. Like I was plagued by just coming up with ideas and never doing anything, and it's just going and starting and creating progress. Then just don't worry that it's not going to work. Just go and do something and start creating progress. Then based off that progress, you'll have a much better take on where you need to go, what you need to start doing, and a much better look on the future versus just analyzing and planning.
Okay. Awesome. And let us know how can we connect with you the best way.
Yes, just Facebook and Instagram. On Facebook, I'm Rob Schad. On Instagram, I'm at Robbie Shad. I'm sure you'll throw a little link down there because everyone
Yeah.
misspells my last name.
Yeah. Sure, man. And Rob, this was the interview, and I want to thank you for being here on the show and sharing your wealthy journey with us. And for that, we thank you, and we'll see you at the top, man.
Yep, absolutely, Joseph. Thank you for having me.
Okay, Wealthy Nation, go and check out Rob and his stuff. And remember, you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to start to become great. And it's your wealthy journey.